If you're like me, going to the grocery store is pretty easy. I write a list, hop in the car, and fill up my cart. But for some in the Baltimore City area, it isn't that simple.
You may have heard of the term food desert. They're neighborhoods where people don't have access to healthy foods. They caught Mayor Catherine Pugh's attention earlier this year as she replaced the phrase food desert with healthy food priority area. Regardless of what you call them, the problem is bigger than you might think. If you gathered everyone in Baltimore living in a food desert, it would fill up M&T Bank Stadium twice. Food deserts are identified by 4 main factors: low household income, low vehicle availability, long walks to the supermarket, and low supply of healthy food. In a study published by Johns Hopkins in January, it was reported that about 145,000 people in Baltimore live in food deserts. The report prompted city officials to hold press conferences and develop an 8-point plan to tackle the issue. But what most people don't see is the work happening on the ground. This is Gather Baltimore, a nonprofit that's been around since 2009.
We try to rescue food, what we call the number 2 or unsellable foods.
These are foods that weren't pretty enough for the grocery stores, but are still perfect to eat. Here, nothing gets wasted. Their giant grocery bags are filled with more than 50 pounds of the fruits and veggies that people living in food deserts can't get. All they ask is a $9 donation.
What I give you for $9, you cannot get. So you can get my bag of food, take your other little bit of money and go get some meats and stuff for your family and make a very good meal.
Located in the Remington neighborhood outside of Druid Hill Park, many of their customers come from food deserts themselves.
We live a long ways and it's easier on your family to,
I like to make sure that my sister, my nieces, my nephews and all have healthy food. And this program is just so wonderful.
I've never seen any place in this city that does what we do. This is the best kept secret in Baltimore.
Visit Gather Baltimore's Facebook page for more information because they will be moving to a larger space next month. The need is growing. It's important to note that since the release of the Johns Hopkins report, Baltimore officials have made some progress. The city partnered with the Salvation Army to create the nation's first nonprofit grocery store. It will impact around 1,200 families and serve as the Salvation Army's test site. Mayor Pugh said that she hopes more stores will open in the future.